love little girls, they make me feel so good.
Hey guys, Gunjyguy here. I hope you like my intro as much as I love the lolly. And today's video is going to be about the new meta for Battlefield 1, which I'm figuring out, because I've gone back to Battlefield 1, I won't be playing COD anymore. The reason I've come back even though it's still kind of fucked with the movement is because there's a new patch coming out. Because we can't move like we used to in Battlefield 1, we can't link the crouch or sliding even anymore, and even when we do it one time we get a pretty big penalty. So what I call the flop shot is actually become viable. It's something which I found out before I even learned how to move properly in this game when the game came out, but it was never as good as the actual crouch sliding. So there was no point doing it except for a novelty. But now that the game is in the state that it's in, it's actually worth doing it. As you can see here, pull it off, it's actually not bad. Now to do it, what you have to do is you have to jump, and while you're in the air you have to prone, so hold down crouch, and then fire like as soon as you hit the ground. Now the reason you do all that is because if you just drop to the ground there's a huge penalty. It's actually quicker to jump, and the idea basically is to do it around a corner, and it is a trick that you have to know when to use, because if there's more people than you can kill, you're going to be fucked. Although I have found that you can hit jump right after you flop shot, like so as soon as you land, hit jump again to get back up, and your guy kind of just gets back up. It's like he's doing a little Zuzu kind of thing. It's it doesn't seem to work all the time. I don't know why. I haven't mastered it yet, but when I do, I'll figure it out and let you guys know. Why am I using the automatic trench, you may think? Well, I can no longer use my movement to lower my incoming damage per second. I can't get away with using an inferior time to kill gun up close. Now, in that example, it would be using the M911 handgun in the Gunjyguy sniper, and just being competent at every range. Funnily enough, I have to play my role more effectively now because I can't slide around. And because people, they're too far away and I have an inferior weapon, I can't beat them by just crouch sliding around like I usually would. That means that I don't really need that extra range to begin with. And having effective range up close is even more important, because you can't slide around and you get stuck in mud and such. So that's why I'm using that for now. A Hellreaver would work fine. I've picked them up on Argo and such, but I'm having a bit of fun with the automatic trench. The new patch will be changing the time to kill, among other things, in Battlefield 1. Now whether that'll be good or not really depends on if we get a good movement system and how well they actually balance the guns out, because a 4 to 5 bullet to kill LMG that can bipod is going to be pretty terrible in my opinion, because already the game rewards these people who just bipod too much, a little too much. What you may or may not know is that DICE plan to add jump shotting to Battlefield 1, or at least a few of the developers do. I have talked to a developer about it a couple times, and the first time was when the competitive Battlefield got publicly announced, and he agreed with me that jump shotting would be good as an alternative for peeking, because at the moment if you're the peeker, you know what to expect from a good player. There's not really many ways to peek at all, but if we had a jump shot, it'll make it a little bit more entertaining, and it'll add another layer to the gameplay. Now it took me about a day or more to get back into the game and get back on my feet, and I'm still not really back on my feet like Gunjyguy tier like I was before I left. If you're thinking about coming back to Battlefield 1, just be aware it might take a day for you to even feel half natural again. And I feel the game is more like COD now, because there is really less skill gap completely, and there's not as much that a good player can do to separate himself. What am I doing to these guys? Bad player, and that is really just still limited to the movement that we have. Yeah. Leave a comment down below if you A, want to give me any tip or trick, or B, if you want to call me a pedo for liking the lobby. like or comment.